Hello, dear Premier League fans. You're welcome to the Football Fan HQ, your number one destination for everything that has to do with football content creation, football match reaction, fan reaction. You're welcome to the channel. So today we're reacting to some major topics. Arne Slot, is it the time for him to go, or fair play for him to be at the club still? Then of course, Manchester United, we have to talk about them. Some interest in an Aston Villa player, find out who as we continue. And of course, we'll talk about the big Super Sunday clash as we build up to the game. So let's dive straight into it. So I don't know what side of the divide you're on. Keep Arne Slot or let him go. He's lost, I think, 9 of the last, say, 10, 11 games that they've played. And the caliber of teams that they've lost against, that Liverpool has lost against, is just crazy. I know people will say, yeah, there you go, arrogant fan. You probably support a team in the top 6. Yes, I do support a team in the top 6. Probably fans of European clubs will say, oh, arrogant Premier League fan. You think Premier League is the only league in Europe, but we have other teams and you should respect them. Respect other teams. But when you are a team like Liverpool, when you're a club side like Liverpool, there's certain expectation that you have that you don't get smashed 4-1 at Anfield to a team like PSV. You don't get smashed 3-0 at home to a team like Nottingham Forest. Though Nottingham Forest, rich history, but in terms of recent caliber and pedigree and the quality of players you have on display, you shouldn't be getting beat at home, not by 1-0, not by 2 million nil, most certainly not by 3-0. And you got absolutely smashed and rattled. And of course, losing the Champions League 4-1 to PSV is absolutely crazy, and it is unforgivable in my own opinion. But Liverpool fans out there, what do you think? Rival fans like Manchester United, Manchester City, what do you think of the fate of Liverpool at this minute? And of course, we've had legend of Liverpool, Didi Hamman, coming up to say the blatantly obvious thing, which is Arne Slot is on the ticking timer and could be gone if things don't change. Of course, sure, that happened to anyone. If things don't turn out right, he could very well be gone. So that's fair to say, but pretty obvious to say, and maybe no one really needed to hear that, and I'm sure Arne Slot wouldn't have loved to hear that. But that's the truth of the matter. I don't think he should be shocked if he does leave, if he does get the sack, especially going into this weekend. So, Liverpool fans, let me hear what you think about it. Do you think Arne Slot should still remain at the club? Maybe he has equity in the bank, having won the Premier League last season, or you feel, what have you done for me lately? You're tarnishing the image of the club with how the team has been losing games and dropping points. So maybe finishing 11th right now on the table. And in my opinion, they could end up being the worst team in terms of title defense, because Chelsea did that, won the Premier League title under Jose Mourinho, and then next season finished 10th. And this season, Liverpool look on course to defy the odds and break that record, probably finishing 11th or 12th this season. Right now, currently, Everton sits ahead of them in the league table. So amazing day, amazing time for the blue side of Merseyside. And then, of course, Liverpool. Wow, Liverpool fans is here. I'm really interested to hear what you're saying, because this is the number one fan reaction channel, fan content channel. So it's not just for me to talk. I would love to hear what you think in the comment section. And if you're new, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel as we continue to grow. Road to 10,000 subscribers. Let's keep it going. And so that's about also for Arne Slot at this point in time. But let's look at their record. The record itself hasn't been all too great, so you get why people may be saying it's time for Arne Slot to leave. So yeah, so that's why people may be saying it's time for him to leave, because you're seeing losses to teams like PSV 4-1, and the nature of the losses 4-1, getting dropped. Man City 3-0. A little bit forgivable, but if you want to compete for a league title, you cannot be losing like that. So, but that's it. Competing for a league title this season is done, well and done. Maybe fight for a top 4 finish. Maybe some ambitious Liverpool fans out there could say maybe you win the Champions League, finish in top 4, and that is still a good season. Yeah, that will still be a good season in the circumstances if you're able to do that. So let me know what you think in the comments. And then we go on to the next bit of news to talk about. Now, there were reports that Manchester United are interested in the services of an Aston Villa player, Emmanuel Martinez, former Arsenal goalkeeper, current Aston Villa goalkeeper. The question is, why I look at that bit of news and I'm not all too confident about it, because one, it's not come from Aston, it's not come from Fabio Romano, those super credible transfer insiders. And again, you just sign Lemons just this transfer window. I mean, this summer transfer window of the season. So I don't think you'll be looking at him and say you're going to let him go. And he hasn't been on another level disastrous, in my opinion. Manchester United fans, you can correct me. You probably watch Manchester United more than I do. No, not you probably. You actually watch Manchester United more than I do. So maybe he's been an absolute disaster in training and they want him gone. Maybe that. But I just think he'll probably stay. This M. Martinez business, I don't think it fits because, one, he is a big name, a top professional. He can be a bit fiery. And, with these young managers, your Ruben Amorims, your Mikel Artetas, your Enzo Marescas, they don't really like people to challenge their authority. And when you have a player who's more experienced, who has a lot of experience, who's won the World Cup in the Argentine side, and as well who's been a top performer in the Premier League. Speaking of Arsenal and Aston Villa, maybe that's not the person a coach going through some hard and tough times at Manchester United at this minute would want. But Manchester United fans, from what you've seen of Lemons, would you say he's not good enough and you open your arms up to Emi Martinez? In terms of goalkeeping, he is one of the best in the Premier League. In terms of what he does on the pitch, he's one of the best. But there are other things that come with Emi Martinez. Are you sure Ruben Amorim would cope with that? For me, I would expect if you're going for an Aston Villa player, you go for Rodgers instead, because I think he fits more into what Ruben Amorim wants to do with that side. So let me know your opinions in the comment section. And then, of course, we'll have to talk about the Super Sunday clash. We're going to build up onto it. Chelsea taking on Arsenal. We'll talk about it in a minute. But before we do that, I want to say this channel, let's get to 10,000 subscribers. The Premier League fans, you guys are the best fans in the world. Probably I could wake up tomorrow and wake up to 30 million subscribers and 2 billion views. Well, that would be so amazing. But that's some Star Trek level thing, Star Trek level stuff. But let's see how it all shakes down. So, and of course, so let me share this up here with you. And that's what we're chasing with this channel, going to make it the #1 destination for your football fan content, the Football Fan HQ. And also, it's not just for me to talk, like I said before. This is where I want to see Manchester United fans, Liverpool fans. You come up and you speak. Chelsea fans, you come up and you speak and let me know what you think about what I'm saying. You think I'm being too harsh on your club, or you think I'm being too lenient on Chelsea? You come on the channel and you let me know. So the Super Sunday clash, Estavallo for Chelsea absolutely ran Barcelona into the ground. Crazy goal that he scored. Top mark, top young player, and the way he carries himself, I really like the player. On and off the pitch, of course, you say, Hugo, Chelsea fan, what would we expect from you? Well, he is a top player. And then, of course, you could get Cole Palmer fit and ready. You could get João Pedro fit and ready. Sorry, you could get Pedro Neto fit and ready. And then Liam Delap, I think this is the kind of game that would suit him to a T, because Arsenal are the favorites in this game. And if they don't win this game, though it's a Stamford Bridge, I think that would be a disappointment. So, then of course, you look at the missing Gabriel. And while Saliba is a phenomenal defender, I know if I say this, some Arsenal fans may get a little bit irate, but that's not my intention. I'm just stating the facts as I see it. Saliba, Rolls Royce defender, reminds me kind of a Van Dijk in a way. But is he as aggressive as a Gabriel? Is he someone that will dominate the box when it comes to, on the offensive third? Is he someone that will win, that will score those corners, score goals from set pieces? And maybe that doesn't happen. How would he cope against someone that can be a firebrand, that can be in his face steadily, like Liam Delap? I'm not sure that's something that Saliba would be looking forward to, or any defender would be looking forward to. But from a Chelsea fan's perspective, you ask yourself, can Liam Delap actually control himself, control his body, and not get sent off? So for Chelsea, the key performance that you'll be looking at Estavayo, of course. You're looking at Cole Palmer, of course, if he's fit to play. Reece James, if he's fit to play. Cucurella, we know you can have Saka and put him in his pocket. This is not in sort of bias commentary, but it's just true. What he seems to do game after game after game, left winger after left winger after left winger. Lamine Yamal, he had him in his pocket. We've seen him pocket Saka as well in the Premier League in previous games. So yeah, but Chelsea, while I say Arsenal are the favourites for this game, you want to buck the trend of losing to Arsenal. That's what you want to do if you have sights not just on competing for the league title, but on actually, being in the top four, because you have a chasing back. Just as you have your eyes set on Arsenal, you have your Man Cities, you have your Newcastle United, you have teams behind you who are chasing you. Of course, you don't have Liverpool. Liverpool are way back somewhere, but they could put up a run. And we know Liverpool could put up a run. We also know Manchester City are a side that could put up a 10-game winning streak, and that could see you. While they may miss out on the title, that could see Chelsea finish up in third or fourth. From a Chelsea perspective, for me, what would be success for Chelsea this season is finishing in that top four comfortably with games to spare, and then building on for next season. So looking at this game, the key performance for Arsenal would have to be, if Arsenal would win this game or get the result they want, would have to be Saka would have to be on this game. But Cucurella obviously is going to give him a tough time. So that'll be an interesting matchup to see. And of course, Saliba would have to be on it. Trossard, who is looking like he's important enough for Arsenal. But Arsenal fans, you're getting super excited, but calm your horses down a bit, because looking at Trossard is one of those players that would give you moments here and there. But when the fire is hottest, do you think he'll really come good? But let's see how it happens. Martinelli is another one. Let's see for him. And then, of course, Raya has to be on his game. Though, while I say Arsenal are favourites, Chelsea will certainly have the chance with Estavayo, Liam Delap, like I said, because I want him to play in this game. A lot of people say João Pedro. João Pedro technically is a better player than Liam Delap. There's no question about that. You wouldn't find any argument in me. But I think Liam Delap is someone that you need in sort of game where you hit on the break lots of times, where you need to get stuck in. Because sometimes I find João Pedro plays within himself a bit too much. So, fans of Premier League, fans of Manchester United, fans of Arsenal, fans of Liverpool, fans of Spurs, let me know what you're thinking about this big Super Sunday clash. It's one of those games where, whether you're a fan of both clubs, you have a vested interest in it and you would want to watch a game. And of course, would have post-match reaction on this channel. So hope you're subscribed to the channel and hope you're locked in onto the channel. At this point, we've come to the end of this video. I want to say a big thank you for those who stayed through from the start of the channel, from the start of the video, on to the end of this video, and I'll see you on yet another video on this channel. I want to say same time next week, but every day there'll be a video popping up on the channel. So stay well and most definitely stay blessed. Bye bye.